The Rose Bowl, a monolith to the modern American sporting industrial complex. Host to unrivaled hordes of mankind seeking the epitome of entertainment, such as the Super Bowl, a women's and a men's World Cup final, and Coldplay. But none of that matters an iota to me or to my Bruin brethren, because you're probably viewing this because the information that we have is something that you're seeking out. No, our focus is on a certain program, a very fine elite program, the UCLA football program, a program associated with a rich tradition of success. Let's do the rundown, shall we? 17 Pac-12 championships, 5 Rose Bowl championships, 1 national championship, a Heisman Trophy winner, and 39 consensus All-Americans. That's Bruin football for you. Unfortunately, like Coldplay, the UCLA football team has found themselves reduced to the embers of their former glory, beauty, and talent, held hostage to the cruel winds of fate, and bullshit like the Chainsmokers. But hope springs eternal, as on September 1st, this monumental tribute to Bruin sporting excellence will burst forth into a new era, an era promising to reinvent the very notion of what it means to be a UCLA football fan. UCLA's resolution to pierce the veil of the 21st century and finally hire a coach worth his weight in, well, I guess the buyout of the last coach, has become serious. The Chip Kelly era is here, and you are watching What's Bruin in video. An unprecedented transformation occurred last November when the Bruin brass finally showed their possession of brass balls, boldly bouncing a backward-bound Jim Mora for a more becoming Bruin boss in Chip Kelly. Following 6 years of failed revolution comparable to France, sans the guillotines, our Bruins had unfortunately reverted back to the disappointing tropes of Karl Dorrell and Rick Neuheisel. Things were supposed to be different with Jim Mora, who brought hope to the masses of Bruin fans hungry for triumph. Beginning his reign with 9, 10, 10, and 8 wins in his first 4 seasons, yet it dwindled down to a collective 10 in his last 2. This angered the proud Bruin base, which holds the motto, "Champions made here," close to their heart. To that end, proponents of Bruin ball finally got what they wanted. After a spirited crosstown rivalry with the Bruins nearly taking down USC in a 28-23 defeat, UCLA Athletic Director Dan Guerrero bestowed upon Mora one final loss, that of his job. Then as quickly as lightning strikes the dusty floor of the high California desert, the unthinkable came to pass as Guerrero hired the most sought-after coach on the market, Chip freaking Kelly. No one thought it could be done, but done it was, ushering in a new glorious era of UCLA football, with the delicious stench of our enemies floating throughout the Southland. It's time to ditch the funk of dashed Bruin hopes and rocket into a brave new Kelly era. So how did this all start out for Chip Kelly? Well, he assembled a fantastic coaching staff with Jerry Azzinaro taking over the defense. Well, he takes over the offense, clearly. That's what he does. That's his thing. But, he also hit the ground running when it comes to recruiting. On National Signing Day, Cali pulled in the 19th ranked class in the nation. All of this recruiting deliciousness only adds to the wave of talent that the Bruins already possess on their roster. Sure, UCLA lost 47 players. They lost 47 players from last season? Damn. Still, much of that was due to graduation, the NFL, and players just generally saying, F it, I'm out. I'm not doing this Cali system. Still, Cali reloaded. But does that mean there's no talent on this roster? Heavens no. Many people will say that the cupboard is bare. It is not bare. UCLA has offensive players like Bolo Olorunfomni, Soso Jamabo, the best tight end in the nation, Caleb Wilson, that is right, Theo Howard, and Andre James. But what about the defenders? And I'm not talking about that Marvel show, especially that crappy Golden Fist. You can live without it. I'm talking about guys like Jalen Phillips, Keyshawn Lucy yourself, Nate Metters, Darnay Holmes, and Adarius Pickett, just to name a few. So when you hear people say that the cupboard is bare at UCLA, it's not. There are definitely some solid players on this team which are going to turn some heads, but expect some exorcist-level head turning once Kelly gets this whole thing going in the next couple years. Yeah, pea soup. So now let us take a look at what the Bruins are going to be experiencing in their first season under head coach Chip Kelly with the 2018 schedule. Sweet zombie Jesus, that is an incredibly difficult schedule. Jim Mora, what were you thinking? There's absolutely no way you come out of 2018 with more than 3 or 4 wins if you were still in charge of this program. But you're not in charge of this program, Chip Kelly is, and he might be able to work some magic. We'll get into that a little bit later. First, let us take a look at this. Cincinnati, that should be a win. Good way to start off the Chip Kelly era. But then things get really, really real in week 2 as UCLA faces Oklahoma in Oklahoma. It's also a morning game, so get your coffee ready. Fresno State then comes to the Rose Bowl, and they're no pushover. Former Cal head coach Jeff Tedford is doing some wonderful things up there, so yeah, expect a little bit of a battle. But then UCLA jumps into Pac-12 play with a trip to Colorado on a Friday night. No, that doesn't scream trap game, especially with Washington coming to the Rose Bowl the next week. Then UCLA heads up north to take on Cal, a place where they win maybe once a decade. So good luck there. Then Arizona comes to the Rose Bowl, as well as Utah. Again, that's going to be a Friday night game. Friday night game in Pasadena, LA traffic. Yeah. It doesn't get any easier after that, people. UCLA then travels north to a place that Chip Kelly is a little bit familiar with. That's right, Oregon, a place he spurned for the NFL back in 2012. They're not going to forget that. Verbal abuse, loud stadium, up-and-coming team. That's a win. Still, UCLA gets to travel to Arizona State right after that. Yeah, it doesn't get any easier. Oh well, at least they get to finish off at home with 2 home games. That's right, against USC and then Stanford. Ugh. Whew. Yeah, in Chip we trust. So what is expected of Chip Kelly with this roster and this schedule in this year? Well, a lot of people are expecting only 5 or 6 wins. 5.5 if you're a betting man or woman, but I'm not. So I'm going to take a deeper look into it. And seeing as how UCLA and the Pac-12 are all fitting together, and the Chip Kelly factor, and the fact that people are saying the cupboard is bare and don't really expect them to have a lot of talent, I'm going 7-5. So what are the expectations for Chip Kelly in year 1? Not a lot, honestly. I gave you my personal opinion of how I believe they will finish the season, but the general public and the athletic department, they just want him to do his job, trust the process, understand that what he's doing is right for the program. So far, it looks pretty good. And that does it for the first episode of What's Bruin Show in video. We're going to be trying this experiment all season long, so check us out at patreon.com/What's Bruin Show. You can get all of our content there. This is going to be a free show that we're going to give to the public on YouTube, but everything else will be on Patreon, and it's only $1.50 to join. Get it, you older Bruins? Because the youngins, they have no idea. Anyway, you can also reach us at iTunes for your audio pleasures. What's Bruin Show. You can reach us on the Twitter, at What's Bruin Show. And for my co-hosts, Jake Merrifield and Bill Shirley, I'm Mike Regalado. Good night, and go Bruins. It's gonna be a long season. It'll be a good season. It'll be alright. It's gonna be long. What's Bruin with you? What's Bruin with me? Yeah. What's Bruin with you?